I'm going to come back to this guy in just a minute, but first I got to know, are you ready to be the rock star in relationship to the feminine? Are you ready to be given the keys to understand how to meet her in a way where she feels emotionally satisfied and gives you all those juicy qualities that you were most likely attracted to in the beginning that maybe over time have been drying up and going away? If so, you're going to want to watch this one till the end. This one is the key to the feminine that I wish I had 20 years ago. It would have saved me so much pain and turmoil. Maybe, and let me know in the comments if this is the case, have you been finding yourself meeting more of the crunchy feminine, the feminine that shames and criticizes you, maybe has big emotional outbursts and kind of makes you feel this small? Have you been relating with a woman who seems like there's no matter what you do, you just can't satisfy her? Maybe you have the thought inside of it's never good enough. I'm going to give you the two most important ingredients that is going to unlock things in her that you didn't even know were possible. And now the tools that I'm giving you, I want you to know these aren't just things I've read in books. This is from lived experience. I used to be a trades guy, plumber, gas fitter, and I've shifted my entire life and have been a coach. I started off as a life coach and now I'm a relationship coach, relationship to all things. And I support high performing men go from feeling broken, lost, scared, and alone to feeling deeply connected and aligned to their purpose, able to satisfy the feminine with ease. But where my business started was supporting women. And I kind of fumbled into it because a lot of women in my life would come to me and want support, feel safe to open. And then I started to realize, oh my God, I have a gift here. And I turned it into a business. My whole business that is 10 times, probably even more than 10 times more fruitful than when I was a trades guy working in the oil industry, it started in supporting women, and specifically supporting women to heal their relationship to the masculine. And I've been doing this for years. So there's things I figured out, and I want to give you, my friend, those keys. Now there's many keys, but I'm going to give you the two most important ones that you will be able to implement right away to experience the best part of the feminine. Now, first, and before I give you those two keys, I want to know, are you in a position where you feel like you've tried everything, but the feminine just doesn't seem to be fully embracing and welcoming and appreciating who you are? If so, let me know in the comments. Yeah, me too. Yes, brother. Like, let me know. Let me feel you. And just know I respond to all the comments. Okay. So in order to meet the feminine, we need to understand that they are very different. The way that they orient to life is not the same as the way we do. Us men, and I'm going to break this down in a few ways. The masculine is the energy of becoming. It's action oriented. We feel good when we are doing, when we are providing, when we are protecting. The feminine energy is very different. They are not just hairless men that suck at it. They are a completely different being. They have a womb. They are the closest connection to life itself. They birth human life. And so their world is a completely different, unique place. The feminine energy, my friend, is the energy of being. Life is just moving through them constantly. And that's the case for all of us. We all have masculine and feminine. I'm talking in this video specifically of the female embodiment, that feminine. Life moves through her and it can be intense. There's not a woman I haven't met yet that doesn't have some level of hypervigilance, that's always scanning for danger and looking for all the qualities within me, and very easy to express the displeasure of it or the frustration of it. If you can relate to that, give this video a like right now. Let me know. Let me feel you. I've been there too, brother, and it's been so frustrating. It's taken me years to really refine the understanding of their inner world. And there's still parts I will never fully know. But one thing I do know is they really want to be welcomed in the being part of them. They want to feel safe enough to have life move through them, but they also need help and support to ground, to move, to guide into places of safety. Because back in the day, when we were tribe oriented, the feminine would scan the whole environment to make sure Jessica over there is feeling good and connected to the community, because the stronger the community is, the safer and more resilient that community is. She would be scanning, make sure the fire is not out of control. She would make sure that where all the best, or would know where all the best berry patches are, and to know what time of day to go to make sure that the predators don't come in and kill them. And so there's just this, like, they're built to scan their environment and bring in qualities to make sure that there's coherence and connection. Now, the tricky thing is the culture that we live in, it's usually just two partners in a home, and the community part is missing in a lot of cases. And so this hypervigilance can spin out of control, and then it can be blasted onto you, the masculine. Can you relate? So what do we do about this? First, we understand that's what's happening for them. That's never going to change, my friend. They will always be hypervigilant. And that's not because anything's wrong with them. It's not unresolved trauma. Not to say that they don't have that, but they just are built to be hypervigilant. Now, that gives us a lot of information to do something different. So I'm going to bring this back to understand how the feminine works. This just, I find, gives a great visual to understand it. So when you look at this, when it's in its fully contracted state, it's super pokey. It's got all these edges and knobs. The feminine is like this. She's pokey, crunchy, prickly if she doesn't feel safe enough to open. When she's open, her edges are soft and smooth, and inside of her, she has all of this energy to give you and provide. That's the juiciness. When she opens, that's where all the juiciness is. If she's contracted and she doesn't feel safe to open into her feminine, the being part of her, she will be crispy, crunchy, and have nothing to offer inside. So, these two key ingredients that I'm going to give you are the ingredients that are going to open her and soften her. And then you're going to get to experience all those juicy qualities that the feminine has to offer, which is delicious. It's like, oh, okay. What are these two ingredients, Mike? You might be asking. First ingredient is reassurance. So what I shared earlier is they're in hypervigilance a lot of the time, scanning their environment. They're scanning you, they're looking, and they can see all your blind spots and your shadows, and that can freak them out sometimes. But if you can move towards her and not be afraid of how she's reacting and responding to you, and give her reassurance consistently, she will soften, she will begin to trust you. She will move and open into that juiciness. She will give you so much more energy. And what do I mean by reassurance? When you can see she's spinning out or she's getting a bit activated, if you can come in and acknowledge her and reassure her that you see that, be like, hey, sweetie, I can really see you're upset right now. It's okay. I'm right here. Tell me more. What are you feeling? If you can reassure her that it's okay to be feeling what she's feeling, and then ask questions about it, that will give her a sense of reassurance that you see her, that she's okay. Reassuring her that she's beautiful, that her feelings are welcome. Reassuring her that she brings value to your life. Reassurance that you want to connect and spend time with her. Reassurance that she makes your life better. Reassurance that there's something about her, there's an essence of her that just makes you want to provide, or that invokes you into better qualities of yourself. If you can give her that kind of reassurance, she will claim you entirely. And if she claims you and you devote to her, which is a whole nother video, is the dance of claiming and devoting. But if she claims you with you giving her this ingredient, she will give you all of her best qualities that she's saving for her man, for her king. And now the second ingredient is guidance. What do I mean by this? The feminine energy, because there's so much being and it can kind of wave out of control or sink really low, she's looking for you and the energy that is becoming, that's action oriented. She wants to feel that action, that energy to penetrate her world when she's kind of lost in the mush of her experience. And she wants to feel you guide her back into safety, guide her back into her midline, to her adult self, help her feel that she's okay. How I'll do this with Courtney, my partner, is if she's spinning out and she's feeling like just feeling too much and she's following this wave of her inner experience, I'll come up to her, I'll put my hand on her back, I'll kiss her face. Sometimes I'll put my hands on each side of her face and I'll put my forehead on hers, look into her eyes, command her attention, ask her to look into my eyes, and be like, hey, God, I love you. I got you. And usually that works, just that alone. And then I'll rub my hand on her back. And with the feminine moving 3 times slower than you think you should. That's how she works. Slowing that down, letting her feel those sensations. Then her awareness will go to feeling you holding her in a tuning that you saw where she was and guiding her back into that. She will melt. Another way you can do that is guide her into the living room or into the bedroom and ask her if she's willing to just breathe with you. Give her the reassurance, the acknowledgement, hey, sweetie, it looks like you're really upset. Or, guide her to the couch, breathe with her, hold her. If she's on her moon time, or also known as her period, she's in a whole vulnerable, tender experience inside of herself, and it's intense, especially in those first 2 days. If you can acknowledge and be aware that she's in that window and start to guide her energy into the encouragement of rest. Hey, sweetie, God, you're in your period right now, or it's your moon time, hey? Is it, your first day? Sweetie, hey, let me take care of the dishes. You go rest. Guide her energy there. Go rub her feet, rub her. If you can start to guide her back into the feeling of safety and give her lots of reassurance regularly, my friend, those 2 ingredients alone, if you master them, if you practice them every day, you will get to know the feminine in a way that you might not have even experienced yet. I've done this with my partner and I've been blown away at the amount of reflections I get regularly of how safe I am, what I provide, how grateful she is to be in life together. She wants to pleasure and satisfy me. Like it's a dream come true, and it's work. It means digging deep sometimes and slowing down that logical brain that wants to meet her feelings and experience with like problem solving or pulling out the facts. But if I can slow that part of me down, that's my orientation, the energy of becoming, and meet her in the being and give her reassurance and guide her back home to safety, man, so juicy. That's the juicy feminine that I want you to experience more of. My friend, if you got value out of this, go hit that bell, hit subscribe so that you don't miss any of this future content. I will see you on the next one.